The Dallas Morning News just reported that half of DFW employees are back in the office, which leads the nation. And that's very good news for my next guest because he cleans offices in a very unique way. That story is just ahead.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, as an employer, I speak for employers all over the country. We all have a same dilemma. You're bringing employees back to the office. Many employees are concerned about their safety. Are you COVID compliant? To talk about that right now, Dale Mullis, he is the owner and operator of DFW's franchise for Enviro-Master.
Yeah,
Thank you
thanks.
for coming on the show.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff. Thanks for having me here.
Now, you guys clean offices and different spaces in a very unique way. Tell us how you do that.
So we've got trained technicians, and they actually are certified trained technicians, and we put them through all sorts of training just to make sure that they're ready for what we need them to do. This is a very specialized area. We are a disease and germ prevention company. We also control odor for companies. And so our technicians have to really know what they're doing when they go in. It's not just going and taking out trash or doing stuff like that. We actually specialize in making sure that our employees and our companies are safe.
And you were telling me before we went on that it's 99% effective for COVID?
That's right. And 47 other germs and viruses that are out there. So now you're getting into the season of flu and colds and everything else. I mean, that we're hearing it's going to be one of the worst flu seasons out there. So we do that as well, right? So we're not just COVID. Everybody's probably getting tired of hearing about COVID. But it's still rising, as you know. And you see all the cases that are getting more and more. But we like to know that we were here before all this. And that's why our business model hasn't changed. We still control everything, but we're actually able to now be certified to kill COVID as well. And so it does have an effective rate for 7 to 9 days.
Outstanding. Well, there's a nice explainer video. Let's go ahead and roll that now.
Around your business, Enviro-Master is the nation's premier commercial health and safety company, specializing in preventing the spread of disease and controlling odors. Our electrostatic spraying service is 99% effective in killing germs with our EPA-registered hospital-grade disinfectant. This state-of-the-art technology addresses dangerous disease-causing pathogens such as MRSA, norovirus, and influenza. Our product is food-safe, non-corrosive, and non-toxic. Gyms, daycares, offices, restaurants, and schools all benefit from our weekly service. As your trusted partner, Enviro-Master protects you by killing the germs that kill your business.
Dale, that is really impressive. Tell us the science behind it. How does it work?
So what we actually have a microbiologist. He's a germ expert out of the University of Arizona. He has a PhD. He works with us to make sure that our chemicals do what they're supposed to do. So he works with the EPA and the CDC to make sure that the chemicals that we have that are specialized for us can kill the bacteria and the viruses that we have out there. So he does a lot of testing, and once we get those tests, we did the same thing with COVID to make sure that our product is EPA registered to be able to kill it. There's lots of people out there now that run around with a gun saying that they can do the same thing. Well, if you really look into it, they can't, right? So they weren't either EPA registered or they weren't working with those. So our chemicals are specialized for our company. And so we make sure that we work with every chemical company out there that supplies us with those, and then we specialize in certain ones that say, yes, we can effectively kill those germs and viruses for those companies, and this is how long that it works for. A lot of them are saying it could go for months, 2 months. I mean, that's risky, right?
Right.
We can actually verify it's a kill rate for 7 to 9 days, and so it effectively keeps killing protects those that come in, even if they don't wash their hands, or say somebody from outside came in and they touch the surface, we make sure that they're protected as well.
Wow, you guys are very famous. As I was doing research for this segment, I saw that there's news stations all over the country doing stories on you. In fact, one young man in one of the markets took the chemical and tasted it, and I saw that and I was like, wow. Right. So that really is, so you don't have to worry about your employees picking up stuff on their fingers that could hurt them, right?
That's right, and a lot of the companies, and if you think, one of our examples I love to say is daycares. If you think about a daycare, you think of all the things that can be touched there, and then it's our children, that are going to be in there, and you're worried about that environment. What's nice about our SaniGuard service, which is our electrostatic spraying service, we call it the virus vaporizer gun. It's a green gun. It adds a positive charge to a germicide that kills everything in the environment. So a lot of our daycares will actually put toys out for us. We spray those toys, and then they don't have to individually go and try to clean those toys up. And so now those kids are safe. So anybody that come in and touch it, it kills the virus on contact. And so it keeps working in those places where there's so many touch points that can be dangerous for you. So our businesses really enjoy the fact that not only is our chemical non-toxic, you could pour it in your coffee and drink it. I wouldn't suggest you do that, but it's safe around food. We spray it in. Our Chick-fil-A is one of our bigger clients, and we are all over the kitchen and in the dining room, and we make sure that the chemical that we have is safe for them, and it's not something that some of our competition has, where you actually have to leave the premises and come back over a period of time. You can still be working and function as a business.
Well, and as you mentioned, it's cold and flu season combined with COVID. The last thing any employer wants is a whole bunch of employees getting sick. It hurts the workflow, it hurts productivity, it hurts your team.
That's right.
And morale. In the video we saw, he was spraying it in a gym. List some other clients or fields, restaurants, I guess.
Right. Yeah. So we have over 400 restaurants that we work with, over 700 clients in total. So we work with everyone from gyms, which is good. Anytime Fitness is a big one for us. We've done LA Fitnesses as well. Gyms are really good for us as well. I just came from one, signed one up, and that was their biggest concern. You think of all the free weights and the gym equipment that are there, and they're touching those all the time, and there's different people touching them all along. So it's a nice feeling for them. They know they can continue to run their business. They know that they can stay open. Yes. They know that and a lot of them will advertise on their site. They'll say, hey, we're one of the few gyms that is, because they've invested in Enviro-Master, and they have us in there making sure that their employees as well, right? If you lose an employee, if you lose a few of them, then they can shut you down, right? And so you want to make sure not only your employees safe, but your clients are safe. So they're advertising that every day. So it really helps to have that comfort in mind. And the logo of our company is, we kill the germs that kill your business. Mm. And so if you think about a CEO, what keeps him up at night? Can I keep my doors open?
Yes.
And we make that happen.
Well, I wonder, I'm thinking out loud now, the airline industry, the hospitality industry, hotels, the sky's the limit on industries that you could be working with, right?
Right. And like I said, we work with Fast Sign's corporate office, but they have lots of people traveling in from everywhere, all over the world. And if you think about how many people are coming in, and are they safe, and are they protected from this virus? And so every one of them are the same way. So we work with every corporation that you could think of to make sure that they're protected with that. So we'll go from the smallest mom and pops. Like I said, my brother and I bought this company, where it's a family-run business, but we have over 700 clients. And so for us, every one of them is important, because it's a family to us. I've got kids. I worry about them going out to where they're going, right? So I know that if they go to one of my restaurants, or they go to one of the businesses that I work with, they're going to be protected. But yeah, airline industries, large corporations, all of them benefit from our service. And we try to make sure that we grow as fast as we can and cover as many as we can. Yes. But we also do it the right way. We make sure that they understand that every business they have, whether it's multi-businesses or different types of businesses, we can protect every one of them.
And you bought this franchise long before COVID, but COVID hits. What happens? Do your customers kind of freeze, or do they move ahead? What happened at the height of COVID?
So, it took a while for everybody to figure out what was going on, right? And so we were already doing this well before. So this was just another virus that we added to our list. Now we made sure our germologist, he went and did the testing, made sure that we got it registered with the EPA. So you can actually put our EPA number out for our chemical, and it says yes, it is killing the COVID virus. It has an effective rate. And so when we go through there and we work with these different companies, we make sure that they're safe. So when this happened, a lot of the restaurants freaked out. Most of them got shut down. And what we did, that was when we started getting phone calls and go, I'm not really sure, what do I do? And they were calling us for advice. And we said, we can come in, protect your environment, we can make sure that you're safe. And the biggest thing was, even if the restaurant doesn't even have patrons in their place, they got the cooks, they got the staff that's trying to prepare the food that's going to be taken out. Well, if you don't protect them and they can't come to work, then you've done nothing. So we actually have signage that we put up on the doors, we put them up in their websites, and we make sure that they know we are there to help them. We are there to protect them. And they get more and more clients from that. I mean, the more and more people want to come there because they know it's safe and they can do that. So it was a little bit of a shutdown period, but after that it boomed and it grew fast.
I bet. Now, I'm sure there are people watching the show saying, man, I would like that, but I'm sure it's too expensive. It's not that expensive, is it?
Not at all, and that's why it's nice for a company like us. We were around before this, so our prices haven't changed. I kind of compare it to the refinance world, right? Mm-hmm. You have all these companies that run in, do a bunch of stuff, charge a lot of money for it, and then run out. Well, we've been here. There are a lot of companies that popped up, and they're going around saying they can do the same thing we do. Well, we've been doing it forever. Right, so for us, it's just another part of the business. And so when we started this, it was nothing more than that and another virus. So it's easy for us to continue doing that. And because of that, we keep our costs down because we have suppliers that give us our product in bulk. Yes. And so we've been able to, when some companies weren't able to get chemicals, we were able to get it. And so we didn't charge any more than that. So our products and services are once a week because our chemical kills for 7 to 9 days. So we're there once a week. So it's not like a daily service that can hurt a budget. I mean, ours are literally there once a week. Our trained technicians are spread out. They've got 50 clients they call on at least a week. So our costs are the same. So we continue to pass on any of those cost savings that we get to the client. So in reality, it's very cheap for us to come in and help protect them because we know for that whole week they're safe and they don't need us in there more than that.
That's wonderful. Dale Mullis, Enviro-Master, DFW franchise. We're going to go ahead and put your website up so people can get in touch. It's emdfw.com is the website. Dale Mullis, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate it.
You bet. That's it for now. We'll see you next time.